We're all looking forward to the end of this pandemic, but we also wanted to take a moment to look back and remember those that we lost. The Becton community lost a staff member early on in the pandemic. Her name was Javiera Rodriguez. It was a shocking loss in an already difficult time. As Dr. Sforza put it, she would have been the first person we'd go to in a crisis, and she couldn't be at the meeting. We spoke with two of Javi's closest friends, and we wanted to share some of her incredible story with you.
Javi and I met in West New York. We both worked there. December of 2019, we had made 10 years together. She kind of became my work wife.
I met Javi in 2011 at an arts fair in Hoboken. We just connected really quickly and found out that we both had a desire to be involved in the community. And then we rented a small space in Jersey City and opened a gallery there called the Raven Gallery and Boutique.
We had a student here that was having a lot of difficulty, and but she loved making things. So Javi brought all of her, all her excess jewelry making materials, and we had it upstairs. When you're manipulating something or doing something, like making something, you don't realize that your mind is now free to just talk, and that's what would happen. So then, you'd ask a little question here and there, and then, but she always had a good gauge of when to ask questions and when not to ask questions.
She went to bead shows twice a year in New York, and she sought out very specific vendors that had beads from around the world. This is Czechoslovakian glass. She knew every bead, and she just connected them in a way that was very different, very unique.
Everything was very individualized. She took the time to get to know the students, to get to know the families. She had a student that was very into makeup, but wasn't really doing what she needed to in school. And she went out and purchased, she knew she was into makeup. She bought her a bunch of these cute little things, put it in a clear container so that the student could see it every time she came into the office. And she's like, you do what you gotta do, come in and you can pick from the box, whatever you want. And it worked.
Our receptions at the gallery were sort of epic because she made these special cocktails. People just loved them, and they'd show up early just to have, a Javi cocktail. We used to call them Javi tails. We had a tiny gallery. It was like 10 by 60, and we fit so many people in there, and people just really enjoyed her enthusiasm and her passion for the art and for the community and for just making everybody feel really welcome.
So this time last year, was getting increasingly difficult because of COVID. But as we were getting, more and more bad news, the community was still kind of coming together.
The fear was so great because you can't go see anyone. She was alone. Her family couldn't see her. I mean, she had her phone with her, but that's not enough.
I couldn't really share with a lot of the staff what was going on with her. And, eventually everyone kind of found out what was going on. But after that, it was staff members would check in, hey, how's it going? One of the most beautiful things that I saw, and I know a lot of people felt it, was Dr. Sforza, Mr. Bonanno, and Mr. Aniti, who's our business administrator. They had, they showed up in my parking lot. So, we're all working from home at that point. I get a text message, hey, come out, come outside. And I'm like, oh, I'm kind of in my Zoom outfit, which is a little weird, but I was like, okay. I was like, everything okay? And I come outside and they're holding up these beautiful signs that say, we're here for you.
She was really the closest friend I've ever had. So there'll never be anybody like her. I can't imagine meeting anyone like her. She was very unique.
I actually stole her bulletin board from her office. So when we were cleaning out her office, I took her bulletin board and I put it in the main space that we have, and it has all these different things that were things she would have told a student to try. So we just put up on the top, what would, and then it says, Miss Rodriguez do.
She just was a creative force. Her personality was larger than life. And when she was present in a room, it's very cliche to say that, but some people really do have that presence, that they're there and that it's just a positive aura.
What we can learn from Javi is, if something's in your way, find a new way. If you love something and you're passionate about it, to follow it, enjoy it, relish in it. And that's who she was. Like, she was someone that always tried to find the joy in things, to try and make life purposeful.
Special thanks to Rosemary Barroso Ramirez, Andrea McKenna, and Dr. Dario Sforza. Our hearts go out to everyone who has lost someone as irreplaceable as Javi was. Let's honor their memories by working together to build our communities back even stronger than they were before. Thanks for watching, and it was nice to meet you.